If you can find the lace, let me know, sis. This is such a bomb look, and I wanted to show you guys how to melt your lace wigs using one product. I'm going to show you start to finish how to really slay this kinky straight ombre lob. Rpgshow really did their thing with this.
And I know you guys are like Rpgshow, they're a little expensive,
but yes, they have new units, a new line of units starting at $250, sis. And if you purchase from now until May 19th, you can get $70 off your purchase. I'll have all the details listed in the description box, but don't delay, sis. But if you can find the lace, let me know, because unclockable, supernatural, bomb type of style. And I'm not even gonna waste your time, but be sure to subscribe, turn your notifications on so you get notified every time I post a new video. Share this with your homeboys and your homegirls, because you never know who wants to slay. Give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling the look, and Kiki with me in the comments, and I hope I see you in the next one. So let's get into it. So this is the Kinky Lob Brown Ombre Human Hair Full Lace Wig from the Must Have collections. You get a full lace cap and you get 6 inches of parting at the front, along with a sewn in elastic band, which you can adjust, which is a huge plus. And this is 100% density. And again, it's a full lace wig, so scalp tease, very, very natural and realistic. And this has a pre-plucked hairline. And though it's already awesome and great for beginners, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of mousse and show you guys how I go in to customize the front edge just a little bit more. So one of the things I like to do with the small tooth comb is create like crescent shapes, or like a half moon. And then I go in with my tweezers and I pluck for about 10 to 15 seconds. And you don't want to be too harsh where you like puncture your lace. You want to go in to remove a few hairs. And then once I feel like I've plucked enough, I'm going to take the small tooth comb and run it down the length of the section so I can remove the excess shed hair. And you kind of do this in like a rhythmic kind of motion. You don't want to do it straight across the entire edge. You want to kind of switch it up. There's so many different tutorials on YouTube, but I thought I would give you guys like a sneak peek of how I go into further customize and perfect the unit. Now I'm going to apply a heat protectant serum. This is one of my faves. And I wanted to blow dry this unit to see how it holds up. And it responds so well to heat styling. You could see it kind of like remove the kinks, and it definitely kind of allows the hair to like lay down. This texture is amazing. And this is like if 4C hair got a blowout, this is it, sis. And again, it looks super straight just with blow drying. So if you want a little bit more texture, you can, you know, go on medium heat. I went on high heat so I can get like maximum results. Now this is an asymmetrical bob, so you get 16 inches on the right side and 12 inches on the left, and I think the transition is beautiful, sis. And wait till we straighten it, it's gonna be on and popping. So I went in with my flat iron and I had it set to about 430 degrees, and you just want to create like a little bump. You don't have to do too much. And for beginners, definitely use a 1.5 to 2 inch kind of flat iron. This helps to make it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about like making a curl that's too tight. You know, you have those old school bumped ends like your mom used to do. We don't need that. Now, if you want a little bit more texture, you can use lower heat settings. So something between like 350 and 400, that'll give you a fuller, more dense look. But if you want it silky yet textured, 415 to 430 is perfect. And I like doing it section by section because you get a really silky look. Like, sis, this looks like it came right out of the shop. Like, it looks so good. So I've adjusted the band to the tightest setting. This is a cap size 2. It fits perfectly. And I do not have a braided foundation, in case you guys are wondering. But make sure that you situate your ear tabs before you start trimming the lace to make sure you have an accurate fit. And if you want to adjust your part, now is the time to do it. I'm just clipping the hair away from the front edge because trimming the lace is the next step. Now I go in with my small scissors or hair shears and I create kind of like a jagged line across the front edge. You don't want it to be straight. And look at that meltdown. I don't even have any product. Like, look at that. It's amazing. You can finesse this and make people think it's your hair. And you don't even need freeze spray. But I wanted to use freeze spray because I feel like it's going to give you the ultimate meltdown with like minimal effort. And so I'm just going to clip the ear tabs away because this is the most important part if you want your hair to stay down. Now you definitely have to use a very generous amount of the freeze spray. And I like to apply the freeze spray with the back edge of a small tooth comb because it just makes it a lot neater. It's not dripping down your face. It looks crazy, but it helps you get into the right area when you're laying your wig down. So after I remove the clips, I'm going to take the rat tail portion of the comb to help gently lay the lace down. You don't want to be too heavy-handed with this. You can be very gentle. Spray the remainder of the front edge of the unit and lay it down with the back edge of the comb. You don't have to get too technical in that area. And then you want to do the same on the opposite side, using that rat tail comb to secure the lace in place. And before we go on with the satin scarf, you just want to make sure that you remove any excess products so it doesn't like cause that flaky look. And I let my hair set for about 15 to 20 minutes. And once I took the scarf off, I went in with a little brush to kind of disguise the little halo effect at the very front edge. This lace is tinted. It's transparent Swiss lace, so just using a little bit of eyeshadow pressed powder definitely helps to make it look undetectable. And then I use my electric hot comb to help kind of pick up the hairs that laid down while we had the satin scarf on. And this just helps to further accentuate your hairline. Because it's pre-plucked, you want to show it off. You don't have to hide it, sis, with baby hairs. I like styling this without baby hairs. It looks super natural. And y'all could tell I was feeling this wig. Like, it's so beautiful. And now with my spoolie, I just went in to pull a little bit of hair down near the ear tabs and just trim it up just a little bit so it looks more realistic. And then after you use the hot comb on the hair, that's when you want to add the wax stick or the Flyaway tamer. And I apply this after I do a pass with the hot comb because it kind of helps the wax to kind of like melt into the hair and you don't get that white residue. And just use your comb to disperse it. Now, if you guys are interested in this wig, let me tell you something. You can go to the website under their must-have collection and use the code FIRST and get $70 off this style. And sis, like, don't delay. Like, this is the time to work them sales, make it work for you. It's a lot cheaper when you get it on sale. Now, I just went in with a little bit of pressed powder to fix up the front edge and the parting space. And I mean, what else is there to do? Like, I cleaned up the parting space so it looks seamless. What do you guys think? This wig is literally everything. Rpgshow always does their thing. So definitely check out their website. I'll have everything listed in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Again, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I hope I see you in the next one.